Alright. I'm going to show you a very easy way to how to draw horses. I'm going to specifically reference my favorite horse, which is stallion of the Cimarron. And so these are the colors I'm going to be using, but to draw a horse you can use any color you can think of. So that's my cat Loki. So to start off, I'm going to draw 2 circles. And this will be the base of the body. And then you draw a line, not too long. You can sort of start to see where this is headed. And you can draw another circle. You can do this with a pencil if you want to erase it, but I'm doing it with crayons. You can really do it with any media or pastel, colored pencils, ink, markers, you name it. You can do it with whatever you want, but today I will be doing it with Crayola crayons. And that's the head. I like to do this to mark the tail, and then to make the back, surprisingly, what you want to do is you want to draw a small curvature. And for the tummy, you want to follow that curve of the horse's back and make it kind of droopy like that. So horses have elbows, so you want to go about down to there. There's the kneecap. And you want to draw a slanted line like that. And for the hind legs, their legs kind of protrude outward like that. And then what would be our knee kind of goes backwards, so it's more like an elbow for them. You want to do the same thing you did to the front. And then I'm going to add depth. You didn't have to do that. You do the exact same thing, like so. And then you can either draw it like he's standing, so you can do the same thing like this. I'm doing it lightly. Or you can do what I'm going to do. Do the knee protruding and then kind of standing like that. Okay, so now you have your outline of your horse. Now you can go in and add the detail. That's kind of like the skeleton of the horse. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the ears. Going to connect the 2 circles. Now I'm going to connect the neck to an outwards curvature. And now I'm going to follow that curvature inwards, like so. And for the tail, I like to do this because horses actually have a little bit of a bone in their tail, and so the very beginning of their tail is kind of stiff like. So you can do that. And then now you can draw the actual tail. And it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You can draw your tail however you want to. You can do a short mane or a long mane. So if you wanted to do a long mane, you would just follow the curvature of the neck, the top of the neck. And there you go. Now, a lot of people struggle with the feet, and so what I'm going to show you is that you just kind of follow the skeleton outline, and once you get down to the feet you can just draw a straight line, but you just follow that. And then when you get to here, you're kind of gonna go broad and follow the back of the circle. Like so. And there you go, you got your first hind leg. And now for the next one, do the exact same thing. And then once you get to where the line kind of crosses and becomes a Y, I guess you could say, the knee, you start to broaden that out. And there you go. You've got 2 of the hind legs done, which are very tricky to do. And for this, you want to follow this circle and just follow it down to the knee. Do the exact same thing here, up, and then here at the kneecap, you want to make a divot out a little bit so you know that's the knee. And then once you've done that, you follow the circle again. So just kind of expand outwards, and there we are. There's 3 feet done. So for this, do that, make a little bump, lean into the kneecap, there you go, make a more little bump right there, and then like that. And so now you have your legs are done. You can draw a little eye, a little nose, a mouth. Oh. Sorry, it's hard to draw and show you the screen. There we go. And then with the hair up here, you want to just kind of do that so it's between both of the ears a little bit. Sorry, it's a little rugged. And then for the hooves, you want to kind of make a triangle. So something like that. And then for this one that's rearing upwards, you just follow that pattern. So now it's like that, but to make sure that the front one's in front, because this is behind, so you don't really see the other hoof. That's the dimension. And then for the ground, a lot of people will make the common mistake of doing this. But if you want to make it look more accurate for the ground, you do it halfway below the knee. There you go, there's the ground. And so now you can add your pretty little grasses. You can add a sun or whatever landscape you want to. And then now I'm going to do the shading in for Spirit. This is a very simple tutorial. Little cute calves. And then once you get the hang of it, you can really do it in any style that you want to. Now time for the shadowing. We'll add just a little bit more depth. Nah, wrong color. And there you go, that's how you can draw a horse. I just left in the lines, but you can take them out. And then once you got that basics of a skeleton done, you can do other cool things. You can do things such as change the body position of a horse. And you can use references of pictures of horses so that it's a little bit more easier to, you don't have to be completely blinded, but I know that it's difficult to draw horses. You don't know where to start, trust me. So this one, I'm going to be drawing the horse's head from the front view, and we're using all the same shapes: circle, circle, lines, and more circles. You don't really use triangles or anything. It's pretty simple and straightforward. And then, so there's the body of the horse. We got the other circle kind of behind that. And then now you got both legs. And then got the legs behind. And then for the mane, it's kind of like a triangle here, so it kind of goes down a little bit. The eyes, you can already see the nose in the making. And the tail in the background, a little swish. Like it's swishing out a little bit. And you can always erase your reference lines. I'm not really, because I'm using crayons, so I can't really in the first place. But this is just a quick sketch to show you that once you get the hang of the skeleton of horses, that you can do really any shape you want to. Here's gonna be another one of spirit rearing up. There, let me focus. There. There we go. That's another outline. And again, you just follow those outlines, and you got yourself a horse. Sorry. Gotta focus the camera. Yep, so he can be rearing up or jumping. Either one. Really. And this time, since he's not relaxed like the picture before, gotta draw his hair all wild in the wind quite happily. Same with his tail. Yeah, like this a little bit. Yeah, if you look up pictures of Arabian horses, you can really tell the bone structure in the tail. It's just gorgeous. And there you go, a very simple tutorial on how to draw horses. Thank you for watching.